Okay, now what was that you said you wanted to do? Oh yeah, you said you had a sales meeting that was every Monday at 4 o'clock and that you wanted to schedule that beginning on the very next Monday and going all the way through to the end of the year, right? Well, if it's your sales meeting, obviously there's going to be some other people involved in it, but those people might change. So it might be best just to schedule it on your contact record. So the first thing that we're going to do is go to your contact record. So we're going to go to Lookup in the menu bar and then go to My Record. Now, of course, the My Record on this database is going to be Chris Huffman. But let's just pretend that Chris Huffman is you. So now what you want to do is schedule your sales meeting for every Monday, beginning on the next Monday and going all the way through till the end of the year. So the first thing you need to do is find out what the date is for next Monday. So where are we going to go to do that? Well, how about a calendar? So we'll go to the calendar and let's just see where we are. And where we'll be is wherever we were last time we used the calendar. So right now, as you can see, we're on February of 2006. But what's the date today? Well, if you don't know the date today, but you do know the month, you can find out what the date is just by finding what's in red. Notice that the 2 is in red, where all of the rest of the numbers are in black. So we know that's the current date. So right now we're sitting at March 2nd. So if we're going to schedule this sales meeting, and it's going to be starting on the very next Monday, then the very next Monday is obviously going to be March the 6th. So we're going to double click on March the 6th. Now what time is the meeting? You said 4 o'clock, right? So we're going to double click on 4 o'clock. Which brings up our schedule activity dialog box with our contact record on it, which is what we wanted. Now, how long is the meeting going to be? 30 minutes, an hour, however we want to set it. And what is this regarding? You could put sales meeting if you wanted to. That way it just makes it very clear on our calendar. And then, do we want an alarm? Well, if we do, what will happen is the system will set the alarm to go off for each occurrence of the meeting. And that might be a good thing to do. Hopefully we're around the office when this alarm goes off, so maybe we're just going to set this alarm for 15 minutes prior to the meeting. And, of course, since it's a sales meeting, it's a high priority. Or it should be, right? And it doesn't need to be a private meeting. And we don't need to use a banner. Now, what did that do? That just set the sales meeting for one day, for the 6th of March at 4 o'clock. But now what we want to do is we want to repeat that activity. So what we're going to do is go up to the top and find a tab that says Recurrence. Click on the Recurrence tab, and how often do we want it to recur? Well, we want it to recur weekly. Note here that we could do this to recur monthly on certain days of the month. We could have it recur yearly. We could have it recur daily. If it's a type of activity that's going to last for a whole week, we could have it recur daily. So this is just one way we could use this recurrence. So I'd suggest that you kind of experiment with it. There are many different ways to use it. Right now what we're doing is recurring weekly, and notice it'll say it recurs weekly every Monday. Well, let's say we had sales meetings on Monday and Friday. It'd be very easy to just check Friday as well. Now it's going to recur every Monday and Friday, which means then it would be at 4 o'clock and the alarm would already be set as well. So we're just going to have it just do the original, the one you asked for, which was on Monday at 4 o'clock. And the range is going to go from here, from 3/6 through ending at the end of the year. Well, let's go to the end of the year, which would be December, and let's take a look at the last Monday in December. Note that that's December 25th. Chances are you're not working that day, but the last one that you probably are working on would be December 18th. So December 18th would be the end of that, because obviously December 25th is Christmas, in case that didn't ring any bells. No pun intended. And we're going to click on OK, and what that will do then is it will set that appointment on our schedule for every Monday from now until the end of the year. And notice the recurring symbol. It shows that that symbol shows that it's recurring. And let's just take a look at a monthly schedule just to illustrate that, the fact that the sales meeting is there. In fact, we could even go to the mini calendar and go a month or two in advance, and you'll see that the sales meeting continues to be there. So, it's simple to set these recurring meetings, and that's important because that's the type of schedules that we have. We also need to be able to track things through, to turn a prospect into a sale, or to turn a relationship into a stronger relationship. In that case, we might want to set up an activity series. We'll talk about creating activity series next.